I believe desire and will to win is everything. I don't know why I'm like I am, but my butt's always burning. There's always something say, Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to go for it. Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to make a difference with your life. What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. You look at the outside and study those two individuals, everything seems to be the same. They both are the same sex, they both are the same age, they have the same training, the same positions, the same contract, the same fringe benefits. They both are successful, they work hard, they're good family people, make tough commitments. But what's the difference? What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. He pays the price and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He's loyal to the company and a little bit more. He believes in a little bit more. He makes money and a little bit more. He saves money and a little bit more. If you want to win in these United States, you got to be tough and you can't quit. The last thing I'll talk to you about today in building this winning edge is, folks, if you want to win in business, you got to be a leader. Leadership is everything. You show me anything in these United States that win, I'll show you a leader at work. You show me a successful church, Boy Scout troop, club, football team, business, I'll show you something run by a leader. See, I thought at one time in my life you had to be smart to win. I used to have these smart people that dress so pretty and talk so pretty and use these big words. They just intimidated me. And I said, Art, you can't ever be that good. Why don't you just throw in the towel and go back and coach football for a living? And I found two things out about smart people. I think it's almost impossible for a smart person to win in business in America today. Because I find smart people spend their whole lifetime figuring things out. They're always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see, somebody like Art Williams, everybody said, well, he can't do it. And somebody like that can't do it. But he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost are over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost in everything they do, almost as a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with A.L. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I could make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting. What I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique. And how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else. And how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life. Thank you.
Rage Revolution, greetings, friends, family, visitors, guests. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Ture Muhammad, welcoming you to a discussion on our Bancus ecosystem. It's an overview of those things that some on the horizon and some right here for you right now. So I want to thank you for your time and attention. It will not be wasted. And I want to take you through a process that helps you to see possibly the power of what you have here. Bancus is always reflected as the bank of us. Now, allow me to share this with you. This presentation is provided for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice, or an offer rather, to buy or sell any security. All investments, including cryptocurrencies, involve significant risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Investors should conduct their own due diligence and consult qualified professional advisors before making any investment decisions. The presenter assumes no liability for any losses resulting from reliance on the information provided. Now, you're going to hear something about this amazing uh, company and outreach that we're at. We're talking about Bancus. We are a decentralized digital institution built on more than a decade of experience in blockchain technology and solutions focused on decentralization. In case you don't know, when we say decentralization, we're talking privacy. Our purpose is to transform the way the world interacts with money, combining the power of crypto assets with the ease and security of a modern banking entity. We are now more than 140,000 users around the world, more than 186 countries around the world, and this system is proving to be more than many of you could have possibly imagined. What is have an ecosystem? An ecosystem is a network of interconnected people, organizations, technologies, products, services, and processes that interact with one another to create, exchange, and sustain value for everyone involved. Now, unlike a single system, an ecosystem contains multiple systems that work together toward a larger purpose. A system does one job, okay? An ecosystem coordinates many systems to create a complete environment where value can continuously flow. I want to take time before continuing to thank and welcome our YouTube channel family who's watching this live on our YouTube channel at the Wealth Minister. That uh, presentation will continue there until we get to a point of any kind of questions, answers, or testimonials. We keep that amongst us here on the Zoom platform. So those of you who have the Zoom platform, you're welcome to come back to the Zoom platform at the conclusion of the YouTube channel. But we want to make you aware the party's not over once we close, say goodnight on that channel. Okay? Now, what we do consistently, and this is why you can always find us. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, we do a bank token onboard and training. This is about the token. The token allows you to learn more, be rather a part of the company. It's about ownership. And that happens on this platform every Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern. And then we have our Tuesday and Thursday scheduled events, 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. respectively. The Bankers Referral Network, Team Eagles, with President of Bankers, Mr. Al Aarons, and Corporate Trainer, Mr. Fred Moore. We're joined on that platform there. Please take a screenshot, get this information, share with everyone you know, like, and love. And of course, training. There's always education around our products. There's always the how-tos to make it simpler for everyone. And we provide training days. Why? Because it's about the simplicity, folks. Simplicity creates duplication. Duplication will create wealth. Our training days consist of Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, Bankers app and debit card training conducted by Bankers corporate trainer, Mr. Fred Moore. It truly doesn't get any better than what Mr. Moore provides. The Zoom link is on the screen. Please take a screenshot because also the Zoom meeting ID and passcode is on the screen. What happens at a Bankers app and debit card training? Onboarding and registration, ordering and receiving, transferring crypto, depositing crypto, loading bank with card, sending funds with easy mail money, and new collectible cards with question and answers, and so much more in these presentations. You'll be surprised who joins us on these presentations, but not just Wednesday nights. On Friday nights, we have Mint. The Mint product training also conducted by Mr. Fred Moore on Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern, same Zoom link and same passcode that you see on the screen. Now we're going to talk about some things here tonight, and I just want to lay some foundation, if you will. Let's look at what we have always been accustomed to, whether we knew it or not, and what the reality is now, being that you have comparisons. We have traditional banking versus decentralized digital banking. Now, digital banking wasn't a thing some time ago, not too long ago. However, these things in traditional banking had always occurred, but they were hidden in plain sight. High fees for transfers and international payments, slow and bureaucratic processes, lack of integration with cryptocurrencies, geographic restrictions and limited access to services, limited hours and low operational availability. How about strict requirements to open accounts, lack of control and privacy for the user, financial exclusion for millions of people and dependence on third parties for transaction validation. Now, folks, all that occurred in a time where we did not know any better. But imagine this. You're being in front of a clean and a dirty glass and you want to drink water. Both of them have water. You are parched for thirst. But what would you rather reach for in comparison? Do you want the clean glass or do you want the dirty glass? Let's look at the clean glass, meaning the value found in this new age of digital interaction, digital banking, decentralized digital banking, low and transparent fees powered by blockchain technology, instant transactions without intermediaries, integrated multi-currency wallet, fiat and crypto in one app, global access from any country with internet connection, 24 hours, 7 days a week, platform availability without interruptions. How about fast registration with no paperwork? Total control of your funds without centralized entities, no middle people, right? Financial inclusion through mobile access and physical Visa as well as MasterCard. Now, blockchain technology guarantees, folks, security, traceability, and autonomy. You have this in the power of Bancus. And we're going to open up with the flagship of our operation, talking about the Bancus card, the Bank of.
Welcome to Bancus, a new way to understand money, where technology, transparency, and efficiency work for you. Today, we'll explain how your money flows within the Bancus ecosystem in a simple, secure, and traceable way. It all starts when the user registers on the platform. From that moment, a personal wallet is automatically assigned to them, allowing them to interact within the ecosystem. Once registered, the user can deposit crypto assets like USDC or USDT through networks such as TRC20, BEP20, or ERC20. If they don't have cryptocurrencies, they can also use their local currency to acquire these assets through a provider or an exchange, and then transfer them to their Bancus account. When the money is deposited, the funds are not held in custody by Bancus. These are stored in a wallet managed by our partner exchange, CryptoLed, which is also responsible for the client's onboarding process. Each user has an individual wallet, which ensures greater traceability and control over their funds. It's important to note that in this model, there are only two parties with control over the money, the user and CryptoLed. Bancus does not have access to or custody of these funds, and the exchange is responsible for processes such as conversion to TRM. Since transactions are carried out between digital wallets, Bancus uses a simplified KYC process, as this type of operation does not require mandatory verification at a global level. However, internal compliance processes are applied in conjunction with strategic partners like Visa and MasterCard, ensuring security and support for every transaction. Once the user has available balance in their account, they can use it in two ways: send money to other Bancus users at no additional cost, or reload their card, which has a 4% fee. If the user doesn't want to use the funds, it is also possible to withdraw them to another digital wallet through the app, as long as the user is authorized for this function. It's important to keep in mind that Bancus is not an exchange and does not hold custody of the money, so it's recommended to only top up the amount you intend to use. When the user decides to reload their card, for example with 100 USDT, a smart contract is automatically activated. This contract distributes 1% to the beneficiaries of the Bancus payment plan and 3% to the Treasury wallet, while the remaining 96% is managed by CryptoLed. This entire process is carried out automatically thanks to blockchain technology. Finally, Bancus offers a key differentiating value. While the exchange completes the conversion process, which can take about 40 minutes, Bancus advances the fiat balance directly to the user's card, allowing them to access their money immediately. In this way, Bancus combines technology, efficiency, and user experience to offer a new way to manage money.
Now, we owe our bank ecosystem with the card. Why? Because so many people on the planet are now coming into the understanding of crypto. It is the new age of money, but how do you spend it? How do you spend it? How do you make it functional where it relieves the once a month or every other week or once a week paycheck? You want to find a way to add relief to that income that you currently enjoy. Having a card that allows you to spend your crypto like cash and or earn an income makes it possible. The three cards you see here on the platform, one is metal, one is plastic, and one is digital. Let's go with the Bancus One Elite card. This is our metal Visa card. It's $100 including shipping. So that's $85 plus $15 shipping. The total cost of this card is $100 and you can get it inside your app. Everyone just type in the chat, crypto in, cash out. Crypto in, cash out. Because you deposit onto your app with crypto, and as a result of that deposit, you can now load the card and use that crypto as cash through the card. You can take it to an ATM. You can make online payments. You can tap at stations. You can secure your products, goods, and services, subscriptions such as utilities. All these things can be handled with this debit card. It's a debit card, but it requires a crypto deposit of USDT or USDC. And then once that deposit is made, you can then make use of the deposit by loading it onto the actual card. So how this simply works, you have an inviter, an enroller, a sponsor, if you will, someone who gave you their referral link. That referral link serves as the app and the installation of the application itself, doable on Android or iPhone. So what happens is this is not a Google Play where you go to the store. This is not Apple Store where you go to the store and download an app. No, your app and the installation of your app is rooted in your inviter's referral link. Once you click on that referral link and advance the screens, it'll give you a command to install app. And then voila, you are here. Now, this is a process that we refer to as simplified KYC, meaning the only thing you're required to do to maintain your privacy and your security is to simply choose a username for yourself and an email address that you want to associate with the account. And that's it. Why is the email address important? Because the email address allows you to take advantage of the easy money system by email, meaning any Bancus user, you can transfer funds between member to member without cost. You see what traditional banking can do for you? And then there's the process of the ability to earn an income. Well, let's take it a step back. Let's talk about how you can utilize your debit card as a global exchange. All right, not an exchange in terms of cryptocurrencies, but as a global payment system, rather. Okay, so now you can deposit onto your app the funds you want to use, but you have to deposit it in cryptocurrency, USDT or USDC, and it has a function on a network, Binance Smart Chain Network or Ethereum Network or Tron Network. One of those three networks. Okay, once the funds are deposited onto your app, now you can load the card. You want to spend $20 on gas, you want to get a withdrawal done from the ATM, all you need to do now is take that deposit and then load it onto your card to function as advertised. Now, that's a way to use your crypto as cash. And we do tremendous trainings, just as I showed you. The Bankers trainings on Wednesday afternoons, 2 p.m. with Bankers corporate trainer, Mr. Fred Moore. Now, let's look at the fact that when you desire to earn an income from the card, from the app, now you're looking at two areas. One is unlimited, one is a one-time shot. The one-time shot is the commission earned on card sales. All right. So it's broken out into three levels of distribution. 10% on your first level, 15% on your second level, and 10% again on your third level. What does this mean? Well, if you're the app owner and you sponsor someone to join you in the opportunity, everyone that joins you directly as being their direct sponsor, that's your level one. Every card that is purchased on that level, you receive a 10% income. Now, that 10% commission, rather, is a result of the net cost of the metal card or the net cost of, right? So $10, 10% on $85 on the metal card, because remember, it's $100 total when you include the shipping, but you don't earn against the shipping. You only earn against the net cost of the card. 10% of $85 is $8.50. That's almost $10. But 15% represents $12.50. So just imagine when that person on your level one decides they want to be as you are, they bring somebody to the opportunity, they see the card, they purchase the card, you're receiving on your level two $12.50. So you were almost at $10 on level one, and now you're way above $10 on level two. And then when that person on level two decides they want to get you have now positioned to earn an additional 10% for every card purchased on that level. The plastic card is a $35 net commission sale. The digital card, Bancus Go, is currently available for you free of charge and instantly activated when you purchase either the metal card or the plastic card. And then here comes the passive residual recurring income. We're talking about commission on card top-ups. Bankers only charges one fee, folks, and that's a 4% fee from moving your deposit into action by loading it onto your card. Every load onto your card carries a 4% fee. So, for instance, if you're loading $100 onto your card, you're charged $4. 3% of the 4% fee is the cost of doing business. That goes back to the operation and sustainability of the company. But 1% of that fee comes back to the field, to the network, and allows you to earn 1% globally on all top-ups occurring in your organization. You still have three levels, level one, level two, and level three, but this is ongoing, recurring. It doesn't stop. It is unlimited. There's no cap on how many deposits or loads, rather, you can earn against. When you add up the levels 1, 2, and 3, that equals the 1% that every user gains when their card or a card inside their network, rather, is topped up. You earn a commission. Now, I'm going to talk to you real brief about what we know as security in depth. See, you have multiplication going on here. Every one person you sponsor represents three levels of potential income for you from these two amazing opportunities, right? Now, imagine having 100 people on your team. That is literally 300 levels of potential income coming back to you. Not just on the one-time commission sales on the card, but the commissions on the top-ups as well. And remember, the top-ups are unlimited. So your multiplier is based on how many people you personally bring to the opportunity. And your security is found in the depths, how many people they bring, and so on and so on and so on. There's a rewards program that's going to be made available to us to look at in a few days. And it's really going to excite you into the possibilities associated with the banker's card. This card allows you to earn crypto or earn an income through the share of the card. And it also allows you the flexibility of spending your crypto. It gives you an option to activate your crypto and make use of it as cash. Okay? Now, allow me to show you another entity that is taking our ecosystem by storm.
What if you could own a real piece of a global digital bank? That is exactly what Bank Token represents. Bank is a real-world asset token, or RWA. It is not a speculative cryptocurrency. It is the tokenization of 100% of Bancus, a global digital bank operating in more than 186 countries. Through blockchain technology, Bancus divided 100% of the company into 300 million bank tokens. Each token represents real fractional ownership of the ecosystem. Tokenized real-world assets provide global access, transparency, liquidity, and fractional ownership. They represent the evolution of traditional investing into the digital economy. Behind BNC stands a real and growing business. Bancus has more than 116,000 registered users, a current valuation of $75 million, and active products including debit and credit cards, global digital accounts, crypto trading, and an RWA marketplace. All supported by physical offices across international markets. The token runs on Binance Smart Chain and combines ownership, utility, and future governance. In addition, holders gain access to exclusive ecosystem benefits and staking rewards of 1.25% per month. Real-world asset tokenization already exceeds $35 billion on chain and is projected to reach $16 trillion by 2030. Major institutions like BlackRock, JP Morgan, and Goldman Sachs are already driving this transformation. Because BNC is not just a token, it is real participation in the evolution of finance. Bancus, the bank of us.
It is absolutely the bank of us, folks. Now, the token itself currently is valued at 23 cents per token. Each token represents ownership. Bankers' ownership is represented in 300 million of private digital participations. You can acquire the amount you decide and thus become a co-owner of Bankers. Our participations, RWA, meaning real world assets. Bank operates on the BNB BSC Smart Chain Network. Your ability to be a part of its future can never be more pronounced. In fact, speaking with a colleague a couple of days ago, we were talking about the fact that BlackRock and JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs are all tokenizing their portfolios and companies or portions of their companies and or their real estate holdings. In that happening, what is available to them is exclusive to that realm of investors who have the liquidity, who have the value of at least $1 million in assets so they can participate. The rank and file of the human family does not have that. However, you have everything that that tokenization process reflects in that world right here at 23 cents per token. Now, we had amazing training earlier today. That training is also available in our group. In fact, what I'm encouraging you to do is to look into the chat here. And in the chat, you'll see the link to the Team Believe Bankers International group on WhatsApp. Select that link, join. The approval will come as we get the request, and then it'll allow you all the news and updates and notifications as it relates to this dynamic. We do a training every Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, on this very same platform of the bank token. However, the videos, the training that was done today, as an example, all will be available in that group. So you want to make sure you gain hold of it, because we don't want to take for chance that you're willing to wait a whole nother week before you can take advantage of an amazing opportunity that, as you can see, since its start, has had a history of growth. Okay, so with that being said, I want to introduce you to the next element of our product, active product line, and that's Mint. Real assets, digital future. The Mint process is amazing. Mr. Moore does a wonderful Friday afternoon training on this, but we're going to give you a bird's eye view of it here right now.
What if any real-world asset could become a global investment opportunity? That is the vision behind Mint, the world's first platform combining real-world asset tokenization with its own curated marketplace for investors. While other platforms only create tokens, Mint integrates three essential pillars into one ecosystem: blockchain technology, professional documentation, and a global marketplace where projects can be discovered, analyzed, and acquired. Mint was created to solve three major problems in today's financial markets: limited access to investments, slow bureaucratic processes, and the lack of liquidity preventing assets from reaching global buyers. With Mint, virtually any asset can be tokenized: real estate, companies, commodities, art, financial instruments, and even individuals seeking to tokenize future income or rights. The process is simple. A project registers, activates tokenization using Mint tokens. The Mint team develops the professional documentation structure. The token is minted on blockchain and finally listed on the Mint marketplace for global investors. At the center of the ecosystem is the Mint token, an RWA token backed by the full value of the platform. Not speculation, but real co-ownership, governance participation, and access to the entire Mint economy. Real-world asset tokenization is projected to surpass $16 trillion by 2030, and Mint aims to become one of the leading infrastructures powering this new digital economy. Because Mint is more than a platform. It is the infrastructure connecting real assets with the digital economy. Mint.
And again, these presentations, folks, are made available to you Fridays, every Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern with Mr. Fred Moore. Now, how do you join Mint? There's a referral link, just as there's a referral link for the Bancus uh, app, the card, as well as a referral link for the bank token. Each product introduced to you not tonight requires its own referral link. And no one is under any allegiance to the other in the sense of uh, waiting for someone else to get started to get access. There are many people who only want one part of this rollout and they're not quite ready. You don't have to wait. You can request a referral link from an upline, crossline, as your USA sales director. I'm available to provide a link. Our trainers and leadership are available to provide links, but you want to make sure you're positioned to take advantage of this ecosystem. How do you join Mint? It's a registration process. And then after that registration occurs, the companies and entrepreneurs join the Mint ecosystem with a one-time fee. Now, I want you to understand what the power of this is. Tokenization is taking that which you own and giving it economic value, meaning that you can utilize this as a startup, you can utilize it as developing capital, you can utilize it as providing or distributing ownership into what you have. People are now tokenizing things and mint anything from precious heirlooms to vehicles to homes to their business, where you may not have the $1 million to invest in the tokenizing of other entities. However, you can begin tokenizing here any and all of your products. Your payment is made in a stable coin, which grants full access to the tokenization ecosystem. And what that looks like in truth is compensation. See, because everything is on a 50-50 here. That person that you bring to the compensation plan, that's a 50% split between yourself and the company. When I say yourself, I mean ourselves and the company. What do I mean? Well, 50% of that 5,000 one-time cost goes to the company, right? The other 50% comes to the field. If you are the sponsor of the one who brings the 5,000, you literally receive 30% of that as a direct referral. 10% of that if that referral's on your level 2 or your level 3. Now the percentages are paid on the total income fee of $5,000. So just imagine the fact that not only does this happen, but it also provides a monthly income on the same percentages. Can you see yourself enjoying $1,000 a month from a process where you're just helping others establish legacy, dynasty, brand, or name for themselves? Okay, let's look at this. The next product. This one excites me equally. This is Pay by Bancus. This is your personal POS terminal, always in your pocket because you make use of it with your phone. Your phone is your POS system. There's no hardware to align, no contracts, no complications. It's 100% digital. Somebody owes you money, they don't have cash, just pull out your phone and let them tap. If you have a business and you want to make this part of your operation, that payment can be done by just tapping the phone associated with the business. In fact, this is a private, decentralized space where you earn against crypto payments, you earn against fiat payments. You can earn with your debit or credit cards, and you can earn directly to your account, again, privately. This is a professional payment terminal on your smartphone. No hardware, no contracts, no complications. I want you to take a look at Pay by Bancus.
What if your phone could become a professional payment terminal? This is Pay by Bancus, a new generation of payment solutions created for entrepreneurs, professionals, and businesses that want to accept payments from anywhere. With Pay, any compatible smartphone can become a payment terminal. No additional hardware, no complications, no installation. Everything from a single app. Accept payments in the way that best fits your business. Cards, compatible digital assets, all managed through one unified platform. Every payment stays under your control. Manage your funds, move them whenever you want, and use the Bancus ecosystem to operate with complete flexibility. Pay was designed for people who sell every day, from independent professionals to growing businesses, because every business deserves a modern payment experience. In addition, Pay includes a built-in referral program. Invite new users, help them grow, and earn rewards generated by the activity of your network. Pay is part of the Bancus ecosystem, a global financial infrastructure available in more than 186 countries. The future of payments is here. Pay by Bancus. Get paid wherever you are, however you want.
Ooh-wee, folks, this is a complete pay cycle. You enter fiat, you convert it to USDT, use your banker's card, you can withdraw in fiat. You pay with card. The customer pays with a debit or credit card. Automatic conversion takes place inside the system. Pay automatically converts USDT and USD. Transfer the funds. The balance is automatically credited to your banker's app. Your banker's card then, use your banker's card in millions of stores or ATMs. The withdrawal process, withdraw cash at any compatible ATM. Folks, we're talking about a seamless, autonomous, decentralized platform to enjoy your earnings. But it doesn't stop there. Say you want to earn the income from having this convenience. Well, it's very simple to do because the pay commissions, if you see here, you can take a screenshot if you like. Is a pay commission for the crypto use, is a pay commission for the Visa or MasterCard use or any credit card use, and there's direct sales. The pay price to get active is only $200. And that $200 is then made available on three levels. There's a direct sales level. $150 goes to $50 goes to the company. $150 comes to the payouts. Level one, $80 on the $200. Levels 2 and 3, respectively, $35. So you're talking about 53.33% on level one, 23.33% on level 2 and 3, and it's instant. Distribution for bankers and operation expenses, bankers only requires $50 of the 200, and everything else goes back to the field. This 200, or rather 50, bankers use for development, operations, maintenance, and platform growth. It's a complete ecosystem, folks. And then we have what's known as academy, the academy system of bankers, where education is tantamount. It's a responsibility. It's a duty. We have 4 educational pillars that we operate out of with our academy: leadership, financial education, communication, and negotiation. And we believe in educating and transforming our future, starting with our young. Bank Kids is an educational platform that has a mission to democratize financial education for young people around the world. It has a vision to be the leading global financial academy for new generations, and its purpose to empower young people to make decisions today and build their future. Wouldn't you be elated to know that the world of your children and your children's children are better tomorrow because you came today? This is the positioning of the ecosystem, and there's only more to come. I'm going to take this moment now to thank our YouTube community for joining us. I'm encouraging you to get back to the person who introduced this to you, and any element of it that you find valuable and worthy of your time, go ahead and become a part of it. You can also go to the YouTube channel, stay on the YouTube channel at The Wealth Minister, and you can look at the different enterprises there, and you can find out or find tools by which you can register as well the Bancus ecosystem economy. So I'm going to bid you all adieu out there in YouTube land, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you on the other side of money.